Howdy fellow Lego nuts, Studlord here, and here we go again with more rumours, leaks and reveals. We've now got images of some more of the upcoming DreamZzz sets. 71479 is Zoe's cat motorcycle, which is a fun looking little set, made up of 226 pieces and costing a reasonable $20. As normal, you can alter its appearance into 3 different builds, and at a low price point, this is definitely one of the better ones we've seen. There's also 71480, a Logan the Mighty Panda, with 342 pieces for $30, and you can change the look of this one even more, so another fun set. And then for $40, there's going to be 71481, Izzy's Dream Animals. Now this comes with 328 pieces, and it's a shame this one is priced that little bit more, but out of those 3, it does seem to have the most buildable changes, so extra fun to be had. Now, we've also got images of 71483, which is the Neverwitch's Nightmare Creatures, which will be priced at $45 for 457 pieces. But for the real big one, we are getting 71486, which is the Castle Nocturnia, coming in at $200 for 1,742 pieces. Now, that's a hefty price tag, but a very impressive looking build that should be both great fun and cool looking on display. And as we know from my Deals of the Week videos, you can normally pick up newly released DreamZzz sets nicely discounted early on, so fingers crossed, shouldn't have to wait that long to get this at a lower price. We've also now got some nice clear pictures for some of the new minifigs coming in those sets, and whilst I'm no fan of the show, the sets are growing on me and the minifigs do look really nicely done. Also in with these minifigures, we've got a little red panda here. Now we already of course saw imagery for some of the upcoming animals that we're going to be getting in the likes of the upcoming Johnny Thunder jungle sets, and of course Antonio's treehouse from Encanto. So fun to see this one sneaked in here as well. Now, all of those can be added to the sets that were leaked a couple of weeks back, the likes of 71478, the Neverwitch's Midnight Raven, Mateo and Z-Blob, which is set 71485, and Cooper's C-Rex 71484. So all of those making for a really strong-looking DreamZzz lineup. I have to say, overall, the theme is really growing on me. Now though, moving on to Disney, and some more information has come out about the 2 upcoming Simba builds. 43243 is the smaller one, with 222 pieces for $20, and this is going to be a more cartoonish looking version made for play. It's going to have a movable mouth and tail, and apparently there's also going to be a small side build, a little bit of scenery around it, and apparently there's also going to be a little snail in the build as well. The bigger one though is 43247, and with 1,445 pieces and a price of $130, we always knew that was going to be a more detailed version, but it is confirmed this is going to be of Simba, more grown up, as we see him with Timon and Pumbaa, and is going to be like that watermarked leaked image which came out a while back. But it's going to be less cartoonish, more detailed, and should make for a really nice display piece. Then, for the wand-wielding Wonder Wizard, Harry Potter, set 76427 is the 723-piece buildable Buckbeak, and is apparently going to be similar in size to the Patronus, but being highly posable with a movable head, legs and wings, and it's going to be set in Hagrid's yard along with 2 pumpkins and a bird. Then a little bit more news on 76433, of course being the buildable Mandrake. That does have 579 pieces with a price of $60 and is going to come with a flower pot and have a movable mouth and arms. Now, the latest news is that this won't be coming with a sound brick, which does kind of make sense because who really wants to hear it screaming? I mean, we do that enough ourselves looking at our bank balances after buying Lego. Now, there is apparently also going to be some new large printed leaf pieces which will be used to adorn it. Then we need to move on to Technic and set 42176, which is going to be the Porsche GT4 e-Performance race car made up of 838 pieces for a price of $170 and £150. That is going to be releasing in August of this year. Now, this is going to feature a new rechargeable battery hub that will see this as the fastest remote control car Lego has ever done. It's also going to have working lights, front and rear, which can be recharged via USB. Now, I'm a big fan of their remote control vehicles, so looking forward to that. Moving on, of course, if you've somehow missed it, we've seen the official imagery reveal for Despicable Me. Now, these seem to very much split opinion. Some people really like them, whilst others just don't seem to be interested. Personally, I am a fan of the films and I do like the look of these sets, so I suspect that I'll be picking them up, but let me know in the comments below what you think of them. Interestingly, it was thought that these weren't going to actually be released for purchase until May. However, they are already listed on LEGO's site, meaning that you can go into them, obviously have a look through each in turn and all the extra imagery that's now been added to them, and of course actually add them to the bag and buy them. Now, this is great, but I do wonder whether the actual release of these, the ability to buy them sooner, is because of those leaks that happened. I mean, as I mentioned in one of my previous videos, I had to take down imagery of the banana car because Universal was basically doing copyright strikes over the leaked imagery. Now, bearing in mind that was only, a week ago, I mean, it's great that we can now see all the images, it's great that we can purchase these, but it's kind of irritating that they actually did those copyright strikes only to now release it earlier than what had always been reported. So, I wonder whether that's actually got something to do with it. Again, let me know in the comments below your thoughts on this. I'm kind of interested to know. But either way, cool that you can now actually buy them. We also got a rather random look at an upcoming Halloween barn, although it's supposedly releasing in September. Now, this is set number 40721 and will be priced at $20, so it is not a GWP. As for the promos, I've covered these in previous videos, but some imagery then came out, the first being of the Space Diner 40687, which has 239 pieces and will be available from the middle of next month, around the same time that the Milky Way art set and the Artemis rocket icon set are going to be released. Like the look of the imagery though, looks a good fun set, and the same can be said for the fireworks display being 40689, that one coming with 184 pieces. As for the upcoming city sets though, the Pole I Ran sees people most looking forward to the Seaside Harbour and Cargo Ship being set 60422, priced in at $110 for 1,226 pieces. The Heavy Duty Excavator was next in the popularity poll, this being set 60420 for $50 and an unconfirmed piece count. Of course, final judgment will have to be reserved until seeing more detailed images, but we're also getting 60421, the Robot World roller coaster with 986 pieces for $100, set 60408, the Sports Car Transporter with 998 pieces for $100, and 60407, the Tourist Bus for just $30. As for Star Wars, there's been obviously a lot flying around. What we have now seen is some imagery from the inside of the upcoming Force of Creativity book. It certainly does look like this is going to give some interesting insights into the design process, but I still just cannot get over the price tag of $150. In addition to that, it's apparently not going to go towards any of the gift with purchases, meaning if you're wanting to buy it in May, apparently it's not going to qualify you for any of the GWPs. That seems really unfair, and I certainly would see whether you could pop it into the cart perhaps with a smaller, much cheaper set, also from Star Wars, and see if that then combined will be enough to actually qualify for those gifts. We'll have to wait and see. Of course, we're only a week away from May now. We should be getting some more official releases before then as well. And I'm sure that plenty more leaks are going to come out in the meantime. So hit that like button, hit subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one.